Konbanwa! Welcome back to another episode of Pandaboy Reacts. So in tonight's episode, I will be checking out the folk music of a band called Bubamara. Now, I have a little connection with the singer from the band. We go way back, and serendipitously our paths sometimes cross in unexpected ways. What I love about listening to the music of Bubamara is I have their album Marilyn on my phone, and when I'm travelling around on the train in Japan, I have a kind of random selection going on, and whenever a Bubamara track comes on, I'm always surprised at how it kind of transports me to another part of Europe, and I have the feeling like I'm having one of Mr. Ben's adventures, which strangely enough, I do believe that Mr. Ivor Pop used to be Mr. Ben, but I'm not sure he's become the shop owner these days, because whenever our paths cross, it is me that wakes up in a foreign land somewhere in Europe, whether that's the Mediterranean or could be a Slavic country, Eastern European, Bulgarian. I'm talking of Bulgarian. That is where the song I'm checking out tonight comes from. By the way, the name Bubamara, and I hope my pronunciation is correct. I find the pronunciation of these European song titles, Storie, Khoro, Goliamo, my Bulgarian pronunciation might be a little bit terrible, but bear with me. I'm kind of probably pronouncing it the way a Japanese person would go, Storie, Khoro, Goliamo. But yeah, this song stems from Bulgaria, I believe, and I think what I like also about Bubamara is that they don't just like do cover versions of European folk music. They'll take it and mould it with their own style, and so it's always a pleasure to see like a new song coming out and being able to check it out, because then I have somewhere new to travel in my imagination. So anyway, let's get on and have a listen to Bubamara. I think my friend Mr. Pop is playing what I believe is called an octave mando in this video. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's listen to the unique sounds of Bubamara. It's fantastic sound, isn't it? Just, do you not think that this music just immediately transports you not only to somewhere in Europe, but into a kind of happier time? It could be, as I think they were talking about in an interview that I listened to, that it's kind of like a celebration of post-Brexit European unity, and maybe it is that they're really reminding us about like, it doesn't really matter what the politicians are talking about. We, the people, we'll get on with each other. It's just like, these politicians just make us kind of like, like a bit crazy and put these stupid ideas in our heads. Whereas actually, if we don't listen to them, we'd just get on with each other, wouldn't we? But yeah, just love the sound. I do remember years and years and years ago, after we left school, I bumped into Mr. Pop and asked him what he was doing, and he told me he was going off travelling. And I was like, why? And he's like, I'm going to find myself. I always liked that. It kind of reminded me a bit of Steve Jobs, like going out into the world and to explore different cultures. I believe you travelled around India and Pakistan and Nepal, and I was desperately jealous of him having all the adventures, and then myself, I had adventures too. And then the next time we met up, we were able to like talk about the various adventures we'd had since the last time we talked. And then and every time our paths cross, it's almost like, isn't it funny how our paths have kind of like taken completely different yet very similar routes, where we're like discovering really interesting things about different cultures and religions and all that kind of stuff. It's awesome. Anyway, let's get back to the song. That just also reminds me, I remember, so one of the things that brought me back in touch with Mr. Pop was when the pandemic was happening. I thought, I've always been interested in philosophy, and I'll use the time where I'm not having to work to just get really into reading philosophy books. And I was struggling with some of the concepts of a man called Jacques Lacan, and Lacan's like concepts were a bit heavy duty for me, and so I searched on the interweb and I found a video that kind of like really explained a lot of Lacan's concepts in a really easy to digest way. But what really blew my mind was my old friend. It's Mr. Ivor Pop. How's you been? Wow! And then I found that he had been playing, or in maybe kind of came together with these other musicians and formed this band, Bubamara. And I thought, I'm so happy that my friend, who was always a talented musician, and I always really, really loved his enthusiasm for trying different instruments and different sounds, and we would like talk about music when we were at school, and just kind of like oozed enthusiasm for discovering something that just wasn't just the same old bland mainstream pulp being thrown out on Radio 1. It was like, no, you're kind of looking into like much more interesting music with kind of almost like it's like rather than the McDonald's of music. My friend was discovering kind of really interesting flavours, and I was lucky enough to get to taste some of these, and then I've gone out on my own. And yeah, we're very very diverse in our love for different styles of music, with me getting into all kinds of like Japanese music and but I always feel so like thankful that my life has been kind of enriched by having a bit more diversity. And I think, yeah, please check out Bubamara. And if you like me, like buy one of their albums, because I think you'll find it's a bit like you'll be carrying around like a portable changing room in your pocket, where like a Bubamara track will come on and you'll find yourself transported to some random place in Europe, whether it's Turkey or the Greek islands, or maybe one of the Slavic countries, maybe Yugoslavia, or well, it's Slovenia now, isn't it? Or the former Yugoslavia, Italy maybe, or whatever. But yeah, I think buy a Bubamara album and you have got what they might say is like an interrail pass in music landscapes. Anyway, let's stop blabbering on, Mr. Pandaboy. Let's get back to the song. Fantastic stuff. Right, so yeah, what do you think of Bubamara? Pop a comment in the comments below, but also check out Bubamara's videos on YouTube. They've got their own YouTube channel. I will put a link with this video for you to check out. But yeah, something that I've just remembered, I was going to say, something that really amused me when I first checked out Bubamara was the vocal style. There's something reminiscent of Fagin from Oliver Twist, and I remember reading that someone else had pointed this out. It's like, oh yeah, and that. But it's brilliant. It just works with all these different kind of European folk songs. And it's not that they just take the European folk song and regurgitate it. They'll make an iteration, maybe like add something of their own flavour to it that I really, really like. Anyway, enjoy checking out more Bubamara. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Take care.